Chris,
Yeah.
it seemed like Dante just really set the tone of this
Sure.
game outside of obviously his great three-point shooting. Did you feel that from him, that energy and urgency maybe he brought?
No doubt. I mean, his defense was awesome. He was very active, kind of, early in all of his spots. Got a bunch of steals as a result. His on-ball defense was really, really good. So,
And then nice to have Julius back in the lineup.
Yeah.
How did you think he did after his?
yeah, I thought he was awesome too. His activity was amazing. Cutting out there, just getting the tempo of the offense revved up. Had that offensive rebound, loose ball save that I thought was like one of the plays of the game. I thought he was really good. So.
What was the difference for Ant in the third quarter? What was his game, or where did he take his game to in that moment?
Yeah, I mean we've seen this before. I think first of all he got some really good screens out there. I think he was just a touch more patient than he was in the first half. I think the first half he was coming down just wanting it all by himself. I think this he just allowed us to kind of get him free with some screens and kind of attack the right things we wanted to attack. And once he gets it rolling like that, he's thinks he's going to make everything. So.
The sequence you mentioned, the Julius save led to maybe the best sequence of the game for you guys. What was that moment like, seeing the bench?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it was great. We've talked a lot about upping our urgency and our energy in general, and our defense had to come back. I thought our defense was really good tonight. Like, got into things, bothered people, and just irrespective of who as we get guys back, playing time, rotations, roles, all that kind of stuff is going to continue to kind of change. It might be different night to night, and we can't worry about it now. And it's great to have the energy of the bench, for guys like who may or may not have been in the game. So.
Jaden didn't score in the first half. He has
Yeah.
13 in the second half.
Yeah.
Was that? You talk a lot about him being the barometer for your ball movement. Was that kind of how it was tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I think we didn't move the ball great in the first. Thought we took a lot of quick shots. In the second half we definitely did a much better job of not just moving the ball but also finding the open guy. All credit to both him and Nas, who didn't have like a great first half for a variety of reasons, whether it was shots attempt or just shots that didn't go in. In Nas's case, they stayed mentally tough and they waited their time, and Nas hits a couple when we needed it most, and then Jaden got him all different ways, a couple threes, got some steals, transitions, stuff like that. So.
See really everybody on the bench actively trying to keep Ant in check emotionally. Yeah. How hard is this process going to be for you guys with the way he plays and the emotions that he plays with?
I thought he was really good all night. I just at the end when it was clear. It was a clear to me it was a clear flagrant, and for it to be a no call, then obviously you could see kind of the bewilderment, but he's going to have to keep working on it. But it's again, I said it's like he plays with a lot of joy, and then he has these outburst moments, which puts a lot of pressure on the situation, and those he's just got to kind of keep in check. But there was a few early in the game where I saw, he did a good job of tempering his reaction.
As kind of the guys get back here, you're almost fully healthy with Rudy on his way back, and usage changes. Guys' shots may go down for some guys. How do you, as a coach, try to keep just whether it's guys' egos in check or the disappointment maybe from creeping in if their role kind of shrinks?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's part of the reality of where we are. We know we can go to guys situationally. They got to stay ready. The biggest mistake you make is not being ready, and then when you are called upon, you go in there and you're not ready, and it shows. So, every night is going to be different. I told those guys that, and this is kind of step one on that as we get healthier. Like I said, at the beginning of the season, like coaching staff, we're not always going to get it right either, but we expect a little bit of grace as well. So.
Any other questions? Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Coach.
Yep.